Phoenix Suns, top team in the East, tied with the Denver Nuggets. Starting with Phoenix because for some reason they're above Denver. But the Phoenix Suns at 52.5. They trade for Bradley Beal. They got Durant. They got Booker. They just traded Ayton for 4 guys. This team last year won 45 games, but they're a whole new team. Titus, how do you like the Phoenix Suns?
I don't. I don't know what to do with Phoenix, to be honest with you. Phoenix is a mystery to me. This team could be great. This team could be a bust. Give me 53. I just want to slide over here. I think they're going to be really good. They're going to win a lot of games, I think, because Durant wins you a lot of games. But I have no idea what to make of this team, to be honest.
That's an interesting analysis, saying this team could be a bust, and then your next sentence is "Give me 53."
Yeah, I went over.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna. But as far as like winning a title,
give me
like,
the over.
They could lose in the first round. I can see that. You know what I mean? It's just like a crazy. I don't know what this team's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I feel like Durant's good for missing like 20 games this season, just in typical Durant fashion with knee soreness and something or other.
Like, what's Beal? Like, Beal hasn't been on a competitive team in, 5 years?
It's a lot of names that all have to mesh together perfectly to make this work. So I think the line is pretty good just based on pure talent, but 52, just right under.
Someone described this team roster construction as someone who like it just started playing 2K and they're playing the GMO and they just like want this player and they just put the team together and they'll see how
Beal's
it works.
Available.
Yeah, it's like, oh, cool, let's go get Beal. Oh, we can get rid of Ayton's contract. Yeah, 4 random guys. Sure. Yeah, I don't need them. I remember it's kind of interesting because I remember the Brooklyn Nets when they had Durant. You guys were like, oh, they're going to come out of the East no matter what. No one's going to get past them. It was Kyrie and Harden. Now it's just Booker and Beal instead of Kyrie and Harden, which is a downgrade, right? But like, yeah, I still think Phoenix is going to be great, but the 52.5 felt a little high. I just went 51 because I think they'll still win over 50 games. But yeah, like you said, Durant's going to be out a few times. But yeah, it's just going to be a weird team. It's a lot of unpredictability with this one.
Yeah.
But Durant's good for at least 45 wins.
Yeah.
Then you add in Booker and Beal. I don't know if that adds any more wins, but
they went from this homegrown team to some trade monster.
You get new ownership and they spend money. I guess that's what happens, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, they want to win now. All right, the Denver Nuggets, they won the championship last year, as I feel like most people have forgotten about because there's so many other teams that people are talking about instead. Joey, what is your take on the Denver Nuggets coming off of being the reigning champs?
I feel like it's just the way the Nuggets like it. The less publicity on them, the better they do. They're better than 52.5. Give me 55.
Nice. Titus?
I'm right around there, 54 too. I think they're going to be a solid team, but I also don't think they're going to care too much about the regular season. So
I went 55 as well because continuity. They're the only team. I mean, the Lakers right now are considered one of the teams that have like the most continuity in the league because everyone's just been changing over, right? But they're the same team, and this team's going to kill it. I feel like in the regular season, Denver's going to be on a mission, in my opinion. All right, Golden State Warriors added CP3. Got off Jordan Poole. I guess he was the expensive backpack, according to Golden State.
Fantastic.
I went 48 just because this is the team I feel like just does not care about the regular season. As long as they're competitive, they'll turn over and lose some games. But I think Chris Paul's going to work out more than people think, and Clay's going to get back to all-star form. The way I'm saying, I feel like I should be saying 50-something, but 48.
Give me the 50. Just a nice round 50. I don't think they're going to be a crazy good team, but I think they're going to. I think the bad vibes are going to be gone. I think they're going to be okay.
I feel a little weird about this team. I feel like the CP3 thing is going to be weird. I don't know. I'm not buying it on Clay anymore as getting back to form. I think. I think what he is now is what he is. Give me 46.
I'll be saying it at the end of the season, though. If he doesn't turn back to at least some form of Clay at the end of the season, next season I'll be saying Clay's not Clay anymore.
Well, yeah.
but
That'd be it.
I'm going to give him one last chance.
I like Clay. Los Angeles Lakers, they really have Jamira, D'Angelo Russell. This team's got some guys. I don't know why I named those two guys first. Obviously, LeBron James and Anthony Davis play on this team. 47.5 is the number. I haven't been saying how many wins they got last year. I like saying that. Number of wins they got last year, the Los Angeles Lakers, was 43. They were the 7th seed. I went 50. I like this team. I think they're going to do things that are enjoyable to watch.
Things that are good.
Give me a slight over at 48. I think they're going to be good, but also, LeBron and AD are going to be, hanging out until the playoffs. So I don't know if they're going to be making a push for a ton of wins.
I feel like this is going to be a very signature LeBron season. I feel like the weight of last year with the scoring title, like that's all done. He's just going to go out there and he's going to hoop. And I don't know, he's looking pretty jacked. And if he's getting ready to get everybody together for the Olympics, he might be ready to go. I hate saying this. I'm high on the Lakers, 51.
Oh,
Nice.
man, this is wild.
Joy over here.
Lakers, Joey.
All right, let's move to the other LA team, the Los Angeles Clippers. They still have Kawhi and Paul George on this team with those new rules in place where they have to play a certain number of games. It'll be interesting how this team is affected by that, how they find ways to get around it. Titus, let's start with you for the Clippers.
Give me 45. I don't like this team. My faith is completely gone in these guys. Show me if you show me. They should be better than that, but I don't think they're going to be.
I think this team is built with the wrong collection of players, as in like you have players that are really good, but they tend to not all be good at the same time in terms of injuries and just weird stuff that happens. They seem to kind of have like a dome curse over them. I'm with Titus. It's tough for me to get on board with the Clippers being better than, some of the teams that we already talked about. So 44 for me.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page. I'm just tired of hearing about the Clippers, and they look competitive against the Suns, and then Kawhi doesn't play after game 1, and I'm still salty on that. Paul George got hurt again. I just don't care if they outperform what I'm gonna say, then good for them. But I'm saying 41.
Oh wow, nice! I like it.
41. So yeah, for this team, Memphis Grizzlies. 45.5 wins. John Morant is suspended for the first 25 games for shooting, not the basketball. And last year they won 51. Memphis Grizzlies. I went slightly under here just because John being out for that long, and because the West is so competitive. I had to put somebody down, and Memphis became one of those teams. I don't feel great about it, but that's where I'm at with them.
Give me 51 again. I like this team. I don't care about Ja being out 25 games. They were just as good without him last year. I think they'll still be good. I think when he comes back, he's going to be a man on a mission. So I don't know. I'm really high on Memphis. I like them.
They lost their heart in Dylan Brooks. They got Marcus Smart. That feels underrated at this point. Maybe not underrated, but forgotten. I think it's only a matter of time until Ja does something stupid again. I'm with Chris, 43. Derrick Rose can't save them.
This is the one I'm most confident about. Memphis is going to be fine.
Oh,
ooh,
hot take. His most confident pick.
Hold it.
Well, I'm just more confident they're going to be fine.
Bold it.
All right, Dallas Mavericks. Kyrie Irving, Grant Williams, obviously Luka, Dwight Powell. This team's got. I hate the rotation around this team besides Luka Doncic. And this was the hardest one for me to pick because I wanted to go so low on this team. But Luka's actually working out this offseason, trying to get in shape, not eating sweets, having a good diet, and just on a mission. So I still went under, but just 43 because I just don't like anything else around them except Luka.
That's about where I'm at. I'm at 42. Again, they're another team of just prove it to me. Like, there's only so much I can go. Luka is going to make them a contender. And I don't trust Kyrie at all. So cool.
So cool.
I feel like Luka's got to have a season at some point, right? He keeps kind of putting these little pieces together, and he's always great, but there's never this like full package of a season. I feel like maybe this is finally it. I think he's maybe getting tired of kind of watching the West go by him. So give me just slightly over. I'll be the high one in the group. Give me 45.
Yeah, solid.
Luka.
All right, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Last year, they traded for Rudy Gobert, which is now the barometer for all insane trades that happened this past season. They went 42-40, put up a competitive 6 games against the Denver Nuggets, most competitive series that team had in the entire playoffs. This year, they have Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards coming off of that FIBA performance where they finished 4th, but still great job. Yeah. I'm obviously going to be high on this team, so I'll go last. Joey, what's your take on the Minnesota Timberwolves?
God, I want to fade them like you did to the Bulls and just go completely opposite of you and just drop them by 4 games. But that's they're better than 40 wins.
Do it.
No, I'll take the under though, but give me just under. Give me 44, just to stick it back.
Still 2-win improvement. So,
you know what? I'll do a little bit stronger than I was gonna do. Give me 41. I don't think they're gonna be very good either.
Oh,
I think they'll be like a middle of the pack. 500 sounds about right.
Seems harsh.
Yeah, I went. So last year I said 52 wins, and that was with D'Angelo Russell as their point guard, and a year earlier for Anthony Edwards and Jaden McDaniels. A year later, I'm actually going to take a step back and say 51 for this team. I think all those improvements are going to be fantastic, and this team is going to really outperform what their expectations. I'm excited for them for the midseason tournament, especially Zach Lowe picked them to win the midseason tournament, so that's cool. Yeah, give me Minnesota out here. Let's go. New Orleans Pelicans 44.5. This team last year won 42. Zion is the biggest question. Can he play? I don't know. For me, I don't. This is another team where I'm kind of just tired of it. Like either do it or don't. Right? Yes. Tess, let's start with you. What do you got going on here with the New Orleans Pelicans?
I mean, Zion's going to play something, but he's going to get hurt. Just give me 43. I don't know where to do with them, really. 43. Just seems fine. I think they'll be good. They'll be flirting with that, 8th seed play-in kind of range, I think.
I'll say this team is trash. Zion's not going to play. Not trash, but
sweet.
This team is not 44 wins. No chance. 37.
37. Okay.
Bold. I like it.
37.
I went 42 for all the same reasons, but Brandon Ingram's still a competitive guy. McCollum's still there.
Yeah,
Jones, they got pieces. Jose Alvarado. Trey Murphy got hurt already, but anyways, yeah. All right, Oklahoma City Thunder. Another team like the Pelicans where they just have a bunch of guys, but this team was really fun last year, and Shea was first team All-NBA. And with all that, they lost in the play-in tournament though, to someone, and they were 40-42.
Someone, the Lakers, right?
Yeah, they were 40-42, and this year they're 44.5. We have 5 teams in the West at 44.5.
Wow,
it's a very middle of the pack kind of team. Right now
with these teams,
it'll be interesting to see how we rank this. But for the Oklahoma City Thunder, I'll start this off. I just went 43. I think they'll be slightly improved, but I think with everybody else getting better too, this team could win 50 games. I wouldn't be that surprised, but something tells me they won't. I don't know.
How you feeling, Joe?
Well, I've kind of got to be up on them, right? Because I said Shea is going to be a better player than Anthony Edwards. So, and I also argued that. I also argued that Chet Holmgren in our centers conversation should be considered.
It's gonna be the rookie of the year.
Yeah.
And they
on the same tier.
So give me all of that put together. Let me be high on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Give me 48.
Oh, you got my number. I'm a 48 as well.
You guys are high. All right.
This team's going to be good. Shea looked awesome in FIBA. He's been balling out. He said first team All NBA. this team is ready to pop.
All right. Sacramento Kings. This number feels low. 44.5. They won 48 last year. When I looked at it, I thought they won more than 48, but it was 48. Tyus, let's start with you on this one. Sacramento Kings.
Give me 46. I think they'll be slightly above, but they'll be a little bit lower than what they were last year. So 46. I don't trust this team though. Like if you told me they were a 36 win team at the end of the season, I don't think I would be too surprised. But
That'd be shocking. But I'll go real quick. I said 42 because I still think they'll be competitive, but I think no one's going to be surprised by them anymore.
yeah,
And yeah, 42 is respectable.
Yeah, I think this line is pretty good.
it's a real good line.
There are a few games over 500 that feels right. 44, just slightly under.
All right, Joey's favorite team. It feels like with that S tier.
Yeah, let's.
Lauri Markkanen and the Utah Jazz.
S tier, yeah.
The line here is 35.5. They won 37 games last year, and that's with them literally just not giving a shit for the last like 8 to 10 12 games of the season. And they still finished over what this line is for this season. So for that reason, I went really high. I went 41 because I'm a Walker Kessler fan. I like Keontae George out of Baylor. I think I was going to say Oregon. I always get those two mixed up. He was really fun to watch in the tournament. Yeah, man, I just still like Utah. So 41.
They're not going to get off to the start they got off to last year. Give me 35, just a slight under. I think they'll still be, kind of decent, but
yeah, I think they obviously blitzed the beginning of the season last year. Had some really big, I don't know, they had like a 10-game winning streak or something, which was
That's true.
Probably unlikely to repeat itself. That was just a flash in the pan. So I like the number. I'll go slightly under to be different. 34.
34.
All right. The Houston Rockets added Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks. They have Eamon Thompson. They got Jalen Green. KPJ is no longer playing basketball. Hopefully he doesn't come back for a while. Alperen Sengun is the big man on this team. And last year, this team, I'm pretty sure they won 20 games. I'm looking it up. 22.
Wow, they're really thinking they're taking
and this line is 31. Joey, Houston Rockets.
Yeah, to me, this line feels like they think at some point Harden finds his way to Houston. I don't know why, but like that's a big jump for it's a big jump for adding Dylan Brooks
and VanVleet.
But I mean,
they spent like $200 million. That's what I think.
Yeah. So those two guys aren't going to do it all. So I feel like the number kind of seems okay. It's not a 7 jump team though. 29 for me.
Give me 27.
I think I went slightly over on this. I'm on 32.
That's fair. VanVleet's going to be playing hard, so.
And at 32 is still not a good team.
No.
We're in the same ballpark. It's just I just think that it's such a low number. This team's trying to win now. Ime Udoka is
I forgot Udoka too. Yeah. That's what's weird. They're going to be trying to win games. So
yeah, I don't know, but they're just it's a weird team. They were so unorganized last year with Silas. And he only lasted the year because of how awful it all went. All right, Portland Trailblazers. This team finally unloaded Dame for a pretty favorable package, and they got Ayton. They got Rob Williams. They have Brogdon for now. They got Scoot, Sharp, Simons, Jeremy Grant. They've got some guys.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to be decent, but
so Tyus, what do you like about where do you like to see Portland?
Give me 29 wins. I still think they're going to be bad, but I also think they're going to be sneaky, like just a competitive bad team.
This seems woefully underrated to me. Like do we really think that the Pelicans are 16 wins better than the Trailblazers? Like that seems hard to think about. This will be my biggest one. Give me 41 for the Blazers.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, all those guys you named, like that's a squad. That's a legitimate like NBA team.
That's what's weird. They do have they have a 5 that you're gonna be like, that's good. But I also don't know what the vibe's gonna be like. If they're all gonna be like, we're not really trying to win. We know this. So
I feel like they're all
Well, I
kind
feel
of like, but that team's built. Like those guys aren't going anywhere.
yeah,
They're
so, I
not
mean,
gonna-
Scoot's gonna be good. You know what
right,
I
they're
mean?
not
Jeremy
give up
Grant's
any
gonna be
of those
good.
guys, right? So it's kind of like, hey, we're all here together for at least a couple years. Let's
Aiton's
try
gonna be
and do
solid.
Yeah, I feel like they should be trying. Aiton's gonna be so happy there, and he'll be putting up like 20 and 12, and they'll win. Around 30 games, in my opinion. I put 28, so I went slightly under. I love the 41 from Joey
Yeah,
here.
I love it.
But
That could pay off at the end of the year. You look real smart.
or you look like an idiot. Anyways, San Antonio Spurs, they won 22 games last year. They have Victor Wembanyama. There's nothing much else to say. Let's just say that's 28 and a half. Joey, how do you like the Spurs with Victor Wembanyama?
I think this still is the worst team in the West, even with Wemby. He's going to take some time. 28. Yeah, they got to be a little below us. So 29. The Rockets give me 28. Yeah, right there at their number.
Yeah, I don't know what to do because I still believe in Wemby. I think he's going to be really good, but also I know that the Spurs aren't really trying to win. So give me 27. I think they'll be taking it slow.
So I think this team is really talented. I like Kelton Johnson. I like Trey Jones. They like Jeremy Sochan. And they have Wembanyama. But the question is, how many games is Wembanyama actually going to play this year?
Yeah.
And especially how many is he going to play of highly competitive ball? Over under is like 60 games played, but then competitively, because he's a rookie, like 30 to 40. So I went 24 just because and it's interesting we all kind of faded, even though Wembanyama was the best. I think we're all kind of lower on Wembanyama. I don't know. We'll talk about it next, but
I mean,
yeah,
I'm high
this
on
is interesting.
Wembanyama, but like, how is he gonna like? I just don't think the organization I think they're gonna shut him down. You know what I mean? I think they'll do stuff like that. So
Yeah, and there's just so many competitive teams this year.
Yeah.
It's just wild where we're at with the NBA. We all went around the same. 634 for me, 639 for Ty, 641 for Joseph. So good job all around. Cool. That closes out. Over. Back to you, Titus.
yeah, that's our over-unders for this year. Exciting to see who comes out on top at the end of the year. So that is it for us today on over-unders. Follow us on social medias at the Box Out Boys. Slide in those DMs. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review on YouTube and Spotify. We very much appreciate that. So until next time, Box Out.